Some people say that money is evil. Other people say that if you believe in God, He will make you rich. Now, these are myths that people believe, but what does the Bible actually say about money? Today, I want to talk about exactly that. I want to talk about 4 principles that make you really understand what God's purpose was with finances and what He wants to develop in you. I want to preface with this. If you are an immigrant, or if you're just trying to be somebody who is trying to get their life better, that is working to get ahead, know that you don't need nothing more than clarity. What the Bible comes and brings you is clarity on what God's will really is for not only our lives, but the world. So the more we're educated on this, the better we're going to be. Because I think that's what God wants to do today. He wants to educate us exactly what His will is. Principle number 1, money is not evil. 1 Timothy 6:10 says, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs." Understand what that verse just said. It said that the love of money. Money in itself is neutral. It's neither good nor bad, but it's neutral. So it's in the middle. It depends on the user. The love of money. That's when we start bringing idolatry into this. And God, He doesn't want us to be putting some other master. Jesus says you cannot have 2 masters. So you can serve one, but you'll disappoint the other. And so money is not made to master you. Rather, you are made to master money. Understand this. Poverty, being poor in itself, is not holiness. While at the same time, being wealthy is not wickedness. It's how your heart is, because from your heart, that is how you'll proceed in life. That's how you're going to flow. So money in itself, it's not evil. Principle number 2, God cares about stewardship. In Matthew 25, there's the parable of the talents where it talks about 3 servants. And the part that many people take away is from the final servant, that rather than multiplying what he was given, he buried it and stored it away. Said that he was afraid to lose it. If we understand what the parable is teaching us, it's that God, He has entrusted us with a family, with a job, with so many possessions, with the hopes that we don't just maintain it, but that we grow it, that we multiply it. So in this story, it teaches us that God expects the part that is being attacked and rebuked is the part of doing nothing with it. So if you do nothing with what is given to you, God is rebuking you. So now, people that come to this country looking for an opportunity, well, keep working towards it, work hard for it, but don't just give up and be like, oh, because I'm afraid to lose what I've gotten. No, God wants you to grow, to multiply yourself and others, to multiply what you have, but you have to be a good steward in order to do that. Principle number 3, wealth is not the goal, purpose is. Ecclesiastes 5:10 says, "Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless." It's telling us that the wealth, being wealthy, having money is not the end goal. Remember what I said. Money was never made to master you, because money is a terrible master. However, money is a very powerful servant. So money is meant to be used to achieve the purpose that God wants to use in your life. Chasing money leads to emptiness. But money, when it's used properly, can be used to purchase a meal, to help other people, to help a family. So money in and of itself is not the goal. Achieving your purpose, that's the purpose of the money. That's what it should be used for, and that's what God encourages us. That's why we have to be good stewards, so that we're able to bless others with what we have. Principle number 4, God does bless obedience. Deuteronomy 8:17-18 says, "You may say to yourself, my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirm His covenant, which He swore to your ancestors, as it is today." Wealth, meaning starting your own business, setting up your own company, that in of itself is not bad. It's not unholy. But what God does want you to remember is that He is the one who gave us the capacity to do so. And how does He do that? He asks us to always walk in obedience. So God, He gives us the capacity, and discipline does matter, of course, because hard work, wisdom, and obedience, all of it comes together to lift up what is God's promises. So remember this. If you want to better yourself in life, you also have to be obedient to God, because God is not offended by your ambition, by no means, but He is offended by your disobedience. The moment that you start thinking that you did it on your own, that you could do it without Him, So God is the one who provides all things, but at the same time, He is the one who puts in us the ability to steward, to grow, to get out there and be better. Even if it doesn't succeed the first time, you still go out in faith, because that is what He has called us to do. Walk in obedience. So to sum this up, these 4 principles, you could say it this way. Number 1, earn honestly. Number 2, spend wisely. Number 3, save consistently. And number 4, give generously. This is what God calls us to do. Now, money is not going to save us, but mismanaging money will create so much stress. One of the leading causes of divorce is money. It's the mismanagement of money. One of the reasons that people leave church is because they pursue money after mismanaging it for many years. And one of the reasons why people throw their entire lives away is because they don't know how to be good stewards. So today, I hope that you took notes. I hope that you received something from today. And I hope that we can keep growing. Remember this, if you're a Latino, an immigrant, somebody who's building their life in America, remember that you are somebody who God wants to use, but He wants you to know Him closer. I hope that through this channel, we're able to not only develop ourselves through the 4 F's, faith, fitness, family, and finance, but we're also able to grow closer to God. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.